go. Headbangers and Hooligans rolling on a Tuesday. As always, thank you for listening. Yesterday did the worst of 2017 for heavy metal. And so today, obviously, it's the worst in punk for 2017. And I did mention yesterday that overall, it wasn't a bad year. That I had a hard time finding stuff that I didn't like as far as metal goes. And I kind of mentioned that with punk music. But I kind of lied a little bit. Because overnight, the more I thought about it, and I went and listened to a lot of the albums in 2017, punk is really, really awful right now. It's not in a good place, just from my perspective. And I don't want to be that same guy like I've been telling you, where I'm constantly, fuck this band sucks, fuck this, I hate it. But, wow, what happened, basically, is what I'm saying. And punk is one of those genres that is somewhat limited, right? There's only so many places or directions you can go when it comes to punk rock. But, wow, it has become so oversaturated with these subgenres that where is the actual punk rock anymore? And I mentioned this with death metal yesterday. The whole pop punk thing is completely out of control. It's 10 times worse than death metal. I seen a video earlier this morning where a young kid, I'm not hating on the younger kids. This is what they're growing up to, is bands like, these pop punk bands. But he had a video of his top 50 pop punk albums of 2017. We shouldn't even have a top 5, alright? Let alone a top 50. And, it's the same thing with the emo and screamo shit. Literally thousands of those bands. Below the Storm, Over the Clouds, Desperation and Silence, Killing Me Softly. Not the song, but you know where I'm going. That's those stupid fucking names that they come up with. Drives me crazy too. But I don't know, just punk rock in general. Just not in a real good state right now. And maybe there'll be a new band come along in 2018, stir it up a little bit, and I guess for me, I can only hope. So, here we go. Worst of 2017 in punk rock. That was pretty fucking lame. I'm going to start with the Dropkick Murphys. I still like this band. I want to make that very clear. But 11 short stories of pain and glory, it's not very good. It's not terrible, but I've been kind of pounded over the head with this band quite a bit. We all have, especially with that song, Shipping It Up to Boston. Well, Patriots, the Bruins, all the sports teams play that song, the movies. And listen, I'm not holding that against them. It's a great song. They wrote it. They deserve credit for making money off that song. But I just feel like their albums have become kind of stale. I don't get the energy from them like the earlier days. Boys on the Docks, The Gang's All Here, or Do or Die. I just don't feel the energy anymore. And it's not, I'm not saying that they're terrible, because they're not. And I know I mentioned the story of where I met him back in 1997 in Des Moines. They played a concert with Agnostic Front and the U.S. Bombs. Great concert. And they were awesome to talk to after the show. They hung out with everybody. Awesome guys. I don't get the passion that I used to get from them. I just don't feel it in their music. And who knows? Maybe their next album, they kick ass, and that's what I'm hoping for. But 11 short stories of pain and glory, definitely not their best. Rise Against the Wolves. And I think everyone knows, not a huge Rise Against fan, but especially with this album, and I didn't even write down any of the songs because they're all the same. And he just comes off, and I'm sorry, I apologize, I forget the singer's name. That political shit that they sing about in every fucking song, it loses its message, or the strength of the message, when you constantly sing about it over and over. And that's just my opinion. It's okay to be political. It really is. I just don't need to hear it every fucking song. I just don't. And there's really no great songs on the album. I mean, even if the lyrics aren't great, you would think you would be able, or I'm thinking to myself, maybe they have some choruses that are good, that are memorable. Zero. Don't remember any of the songs. I don't want to. And maybe I'm not giving them a fair chance because of the political shit, but I'm not going to lie. Just not a good album. Number 3, New Found Glory makes me sick. I'll surprise you with this one here a little bit. Not a good album. I don't think they've ever recorded a good album in their entire career. But holy shit, I had no idea that they were still going. You gotta give them credit, and I'm going to. Can't stand the fucking singer and his whiny ass vocals, like a 40-year-old man singing songs for teenagers. But they're still doing it. Somebody's listening to them. I don't know who that audience is anymore. Is it still teenagers? Like the teenagers that were listening to them, 15, 20 years ago? Are they still listening to them now? But think of that. Think of what I just said right there. 15 or 20 years ago. So, as far as I gotta give them credit for getting after it. I use that phrase quite a bit for my bands. So in that regard, definitely tip of the cap to them for going at it. And I don't know why. I really don't, because nothing has changed. And this is another one, I didn't write down any of the songs. They still sound like the same band that I heard, like I said before, 15 or 20 years ago. Nothing's changed. It sucked then, and it sucks now, but they're still together. Give them credit for that. Number 4, it's a newer band, and I believe this is their second album. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a As It Is historian. That's the name of the band. As It Is, the title of the album is okay. And this is one of those albums that was sent to me. Got a couple people that send me like newer albums. Oh, you gotta listen to this. This is really good. Wow. No. It's pretty bad. First off, and they have a couple videos for this album, Pretty Little Distance. They're at a high school dance, and the singer, right off the bat, you want to strangle him. Actually, you don't want to strangle him. You want to bitch slap him. Over and over. Non-stop. Just like that. He looks like a pretty boy guy that walks down the high school halls there, and all the girls are like, "Oh, he's so cute. We love you." I mean that, and you know what I'm talking about. All these pop punk bands, all the singers, they all sound the same. They're pretty. Like, what hardship has this guy endured? He's a spoiled fucking brat. All the guys in the band look like spoiled brats. And this line is in this song, Pretty Little Distance. Listen to these lyrics. I watch the sun dry out the grass. Are you fucking kidding me? There's another video song called Hey Rachel. It's actually worse. He's opening up presents with his sister, and he gets a guitar and she gets some like fucking sewing machine or something. Oh my god, it is terrible. As it is just plain ass. That's what it is. Suck ass. Number 5. I only have 10, by the way. What did I come up with yesterday? 7 or 8? Yeah. I've got 10 for punk. Number 5, not a surprising band here. All Time Low. Last Young Renegade. And I read a couple reviews, and then I watched a couple on YouTube. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to hear and see what actual fans of the band said. A lot of keyboards. More keyboards than guitars. And I guess this is something they wanted to do, kind of like the Linkin Park thing. And I agreed with a couple of them, and these were fans of the band. They just didn't like it. They respected him for kind of going in a new direction, but the songs weren't great. Kind of like I said about the Dropkick Murphys, not a lot of energy. I like keyboards. I want to make that very clear. I mentioned the Flock of Seagulls yesterday. Keyboards, and the keyboard sounded really fucking cool. Maybe it's an 80s thing, but when you're in a punk band, or supposed punk band, pop punk, yeah, I get a kick out of saying that, you gotta have some guitar in there. Alright, Johnny Rotten wasn't singing with keyboards. The Ramones, yeah, you know what I mean. It's just not good. And never been a fan of the band, but to me, at least some of their other music that I've listened to, I've not listened to a lot, granted, but there was a guitar. I could hear it. The keyboard thing, I don't know. Just, it doesn't matter. The music fucking sucks, so does the album, so does the band. Alright, number 6. The Downtown Boys. They're on the Sub Pop label. Soundgarden used to be on that. A couple cassettes that I still have. Got that little Sub Pop signature on there. Or whatever you want to call it. Logo. Yeah, couldn't think of the right word I wanted to say. And the reason that they're on this list, and by the way, the name of the album is Cost of Living, is because on YouTube there was a little video about him, and the title of the video was Best New American Punk Band Today. Wow. All I'm going to say is go to YouTube, click on it. They got the whole album, the Downtown Boys, Cost of Living. That woman sounds like fucking dog shit. Alright? I know it's punk rock, and you don't have to be a great singer to be in a punk band, but she is just unlistenable to me. It's pretty awful. No, they're not the greatest American punk band. You're wrong, kid. Sorry. Number 7, Pet Symmetry, the album Vision. Got a video. It's called Stair Collection. This is another line that's in the many lines of these bands that I'm talking about today that are just absolutely atrocious. The list of options only breaks my heart. And then they have another song, Everyone If Anyone. This is how the song starts. Do you ever yearn to be alone? And it's just that same fucking whiny, that voice, it just makes your skin crawl. It really does. Just this oversaturation of these bands, they all sound the fucking same. And I know a lot of punk bands, like I said before, there's only so many different ways you can do punk rock. It's kind of limited, but wow, it's just oversaturated with all these fucking bands, just thousands of them, just like the death metal thing that I was talking about yesterday. Just too many of these bands that sound exactly the same. That's not a good thing. It's just not. Number 8, I actually like the name of this band. I do. Their name is Creeper. But then you read the title of the album, and all hope is lost after that. Eternity in Your Arms. And they have a song, Hiding with the Boys. And you know what? Compared to the other shit that I've talked about, it's probably the best. That's not saying a lot, right? It's still not good. The singer, I just don't know what to say. And I know someone said to me, oh, you're bitching about the way somebody sings, and you said you were a fan of Tim Armstrong. At least he's unique, and his voice goes with the music. I mean, I don't know how anybody can listen to this song, Hiding with the Boys, that singer, and get any enjoyment out of it. I just don't. Just right off the bat, I don't want to listen to the fucking song anymore. And it just doesn't... Where's the energy with these bands? Where's the oomph? You know, act like you want to be in a band and that you want to play the music. That's what made punk awesome in the beginning, was the energy. Even if it was crazy shit and they were screaming, yelling about crazy shit, they had passion, and I don't hear it in any of this music. It's a bummer. Come on, punk. We got to do something. Let's get back on the passion train. There you go. Do we need a pill? Let's get a pill. If you got to take a pill to get your passion back to play music, then let's do it. Because it's missing. Number 9. Less Than Jake. And the album is called Sound the Alarm. I don't know one song. I haven't listened to one song. And we're saying, wow. So, just that. Yeah. Remember, it's the same fucking band on the Warped Tour 2001 that were bitching at us because it was 103 fucking degrees and we were sweating I was, speak for myself, sweating my nuts off, fucking sunburnt, blisters, and he's bitching because we didn't show enough energy and acted like we wanted to be there. Meanwhile, they're up in the shade with fans and they get to drink beer and water. Yeah, we drank water, but we had to space it out because, it costs $6 fucking a bottle to drink water. But, yeah, after that, I don't give a fuck what that band does or what they record. And if you're a fan of Less Than Jake, hey, not hating on you, but fuck that band. And the last, or the worst actually, Punk 2017, I'm calling it the worst. Jesse Lacey, Brand New, the singer. You know the story, the two girls, he solicited photos from them. I know one of them was 15. Sick fuck. Fuck him and fuck his band. They canceled their tour, and I read a little bit. I didn't read the whole story where he apologized supposedly. Doesn't change anything. He's still a fucking asshole. And good riddance. Brand New. And there you go. I don't know how I managed to make this last almost 22 minutes. Holy shit. I didn't think I'd get that much talking in. But I did. And there you go. No more bitching. I promise. I just had to get these 2 shows out of the way. And we did. Not bad. And I feel better. Alright. Take it easy. And if it's easy, take it twice. I'm out.